ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah. He's the most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Lost Art of Boxing, aka the Lab. And right now, you rocking with your boy Q the God. And today, man, we got a few things to talk about, man. Things that's heating up as far as boxing, man. It have been a really good boxing month. You know what I mean? Last night we seen William Zepeda, a lightweight, moving up in the rankings. But I'm gonna be honest, man, he don't really look like he really trying to make no moves right now as far as like top fighting them top guys. Um, it was said that he turned down a Shakur Stevenson fight, and you know what I mean. It is what it is. Week before we got the Shakur, a couple weeks before we got Shakur Stevenson getting his in. We had Tank Davis, Ron Garcia, them getting it in, and it been heating up. You know what I mean, for the springtime, headed into the summer, where you know, a mega fight that everybody been waiting for. We gonna talk about and dive into later. Right now, man, let me see who we got in the building. Nigga Hot Rod, man, what's popping? Top of the morning, what's good with you, bro? Blessings to you. Hope everything good, man. Hope you having a good morning. You know, it's early over there, man. It's about to be 10 over that way, man. So top of the morning to you. Um, yeah, so other than that, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this lightweight division. We're gonna talk about the lightweight division, man. We're gonna get into them early. Um, yeah, man. Devin and Loma. What's gonna go on with them? It seemed like even not just the hardcore boxing fans, but you know, it seemed like the casuals have been or the new boxing fans, whatever you want to call them, have been coming out, you know, when they seem like they getting excited for certain fights to be made, certain boxers in boxing that they like and they want to see them get in there and fight the top guys. Me personally, I'm with them. I think it's a lot of fights to be made, especially when not even just all of boxing, just in the lightweight division, which is pretty much becoming a premier division in boxing, where it usually is, you know, the big guys, you know, welterweight on up that kind of get all the attention. But you know, Tank Davis, Ron Garcia, you know, Lomachenko, who get a lot of hype. Devin, Shakur, hell, man, I seen them crowding around Isak Cruz, man, in the Tank fight, Tank and Ryan fight. It seemed like he done got people behind him, and I'm gonna be honest, bro. It looked like to me that the lightweight division is kind of heating up, and they need to grasp the momentum that they seem to have gotten over these last, you know, I say this year pretty much. You know, Devin, he do a lot of E Thriller. What's popping with you, man? What's good with it, bro? Blessings to you. Grind Hard Sports Nation, what's good with you? Yeah, man. He say Haney the king at 135, and I can agree. He's the king of the hill. He at the top, the creme de la creme. He got all the belts, you know. But we got other guys around there that people looking at like Shakur. Some people, a lot of people, as far as like hardcore boxers, they look at Shakur like he one of the guys at the top, even though he just got one fight at the division. The skill set he come with, you know, me personally, I like watching Shakur fights. He really, to me, he never really had a super crazy boring fight, man. I like how he get it down. He the sweet science. Uh, Tank, for obvious reasons, man. He like the money man of the division. Everybody would love to fight him. Some want to do it to test how good they are. Some want to do it to get that money. You know what I mean? Ryan, a little bit of both. He got to test himself against one of the highest, against the guy that I feel like is a highly skilled guy, and he just didn't pass the test. Ryan, he just ain't had them skills to pass, man. It's like, to me, I seen it was like, nigga, your ass skip school. You been skipping school all year. You come to school and they lay that midterm on your desk. You know what I mean? And you're not gonna pass it. You just go in that bitch scribbling C on on multiple choice, man. So shout out to Ryan, but hopefully we'll see him come back. I don't really know. This is a dude that already went through mental exhaustion, depression, which he said. So after that loss, I just see Ryan sitting out for a while, kind of reevaluating what's important to him, how important or how boxing is on his list of priorities. Because when I look at Ryan, I do see a boxer, a good young, well skilled boxer, but at the same time, I see a guy that's not disciplined. You know what I mean? When I seen him at the weigh-in, Ryan didn't look drained to me. Yeah, they pull up, the pictures and Ryan, but I seen Ryan come out his mouth multiple times. Man, I feel great. I look good. You know what I mean? All that right there in front of Tank when they weighed in. Hell, Tank looked more drained than Ryan. To be honest, if I'm looking at it like that, Tank looked more drained than Ryan. So Ryan, I just think he lacked the discipline. He didn't want to put in that extra hard work to cut those extra pounds to be fighting at 135. And instead he wanted to go in and had them couple fights at a catchweight, which is cool. I have no problem with that. But now moving forward, after you lose to Tank, what what you gonna give us? Are you gonna go up there, build your way up in the 140 division, and try to get one of them belts? Try to go after one of them champions at 140, or is he gonna? Hell, I don't know. Is he gonna fight Devin? I really don't know what Ron is gonna do. That's just something we're gonna have to sit back and wait, see what he gonna do. Cause the Tank lost, bro. I don't know, man. I don't really see it. I don't see it as a bad loss because off of what I already thought of Ryan. I never thought he had this crazy high skill set. He had a left hook, he got some speed, and that's about it. Him losing in the fashion he lost is just you just lost like that. Tank, he a great opponent. He a good fighter. Some might think, some don't think as highly of Tank because of the type of people he fighting. Throw in Ryan Garcia, throw in a Rolly, Isak Cruz, or those guys like that. But at the same time, Tank, he get out there, he perform. Those guys that we say don't belong in the ring with him, he treat them like they don't belong in the ring with him. So I can give Tank credit for that. He go in, he's already fought twice this year. And on the short end, you know what I mean? We still, we just got out the first quarter. So how I see how I see Tank, man, I think he good. I do think that somebody that I really want to see him tested against one of these top guys. Um, I just, I'm just gonna sit back and wait to see what he do. He got this court date coming up, so I think we will see what Tank gonna bring to the table. You know what I mean? Other than the money, is he really gonna go for what people want to say is the legacy? You know what I mean? And that's fighting what people consider the best: the Lomachenkos, the Devins, the Shakur Stevenson. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We will see. But I'm saying let's get into this. let's get into this Devin Haney, and Lomachenko, man. So what I think about this fight, the Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight, as far as the lightweight division, I feel like this is a very significant fight. This is very significant for the lightweight division, not only for Devin, which is I'm one of them people who never really thought highly of Kambosos. I knew he was gonna go in there, beat the sleeves off Kambosos, get the titles, come back here, and eventually fight Loma, which I feel is the test. But I I do feel like I've been on record saying this. I think Devin has to win this. Not only just win it, but do it in a fashion that leaves no question. Do it in a fashion where people is not just like Devin, I want to see Devin, I want to see Devin fight him, like, or fight Tank or whoever. It's like we need to see that fight. Like, yeah, we want to see it for the simple fact Devin is the undisputed champion, and the best should always fight the best. You got Shakur who clamoring at the belts. He really want a shot at them titles. But we want to see the need, the want, you know what I mean, for the fight. Like, people wanted and people needed to see the Ryan Garcia fight with Tank. Like, people just had to see it. That's why we got the numbers that they got. People felt like they had to go in. They had to see it. They wanted that. So when it comes to Devin, him going in there, him actually winning, I think it has to be a great fashion. Cause I'm gonna be honest, you know what I mean. That that Kambosos one performance, I'm not a fan of that performance. I'm not. I don't. I'm not one of them guys that sat back. You know, I feel I gave Devin his credit. He won undisputed titles, and he is the undisputed champion. He's the king of the hill. But what he displayed to us at the Kambosos Devin Haney won was not the sweet science. And nobody could come up here, change my mind, and get me to change my mind about that. But what I will tell y'all to do is, if y'all could find me another fight where y'all seen somebody get somebody's belt by winning with just a jab, not bringing nothing else to the table, no right hand, no left hand, no uppercuts, no nothing, just a jab, put on display for the world to see. That's not the sweet science. That's not the sweet science, bro. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. And if y'all feel it is the sweet science, go show me in history where y'all seen somebody put that display on, winning with just a jab. Like, I don't see it, bro. And I can't be one of them guys that kind of cap for that. But if Devin Haney go through and he beat Loma that bad, where it's like we gotta see it. Like Shakur, yeah, people said the opponent not nothing. He really won highly ranked. Nobody really knew him. But the way he beat that boy ass, you gotta see it. It's like, oh, I gotta see Shakur fight Devin. I gotta see him fight the top competition, for the simple fact he whooped that nigga ass like that. Like, oh my God, dude ain't no competition. We gotta see him fight better competition. That's just how it goes. Shakur came, showed and proved that we want to see him in there with the best. Tank, he been showing and proving. He been doing it. But if we go back to his last fight, the Ryan Garcia fight, got Ryan the fuck out of there. Put that boy on the spray, got him out there in 7 rounds, dropped him in the second round. Everybody is on notice. Everybody seen it. Everybody want to see Tank in there with them top guys. Not only because people think he popular, but we seen the display you put out there. Devin and Lomachenko are now in that position, which I think, you know, is a better fight. We're talking about undisputed Devin Haney, Lomachenko in a real weight division for the titles. Bro, we want to see somebody put on that great performance. I want to see who gonna bite down and really take on the challenge, because nobody, Campos is it's whatever. But Lomachenko, which I'm not, I know people been updating the pound for pound list, so I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, but I hear that Lomachenko has been put on the pound for pound list. You know what I mean? So when I look at Devin, it's like, bruh, you gotta come. You can't go in here and jab your way to a victory. And at the end of the day, you're not beating any elite level fighter with just a jab. And that's a fact. You're not beating no Tank with just a jab. You damn sure ain't beating no Shakur with just a jab. You're not beating no Frank Martin with just a jab. You're not beating Lomachenko with just a jab. You're gonna have to bring all that other shit to the party, which Devin constantly say is nothing Lomachenko do better than me. He's not more skilled than me. He don't got the attributes that I got. Show me. Go in there May 20th and dismantle that old ass motherfucker. Real talk. Go in there and dismantle it. I'm talking about you better hit that nigga with everything but the kitchen sink, bro. No way Devin can go in there and touch and go and box all that shit and all that. Nah. You can't do that. You can't do that in this win with all of this on the line. It's cool. You can win. Devin can win. Don't get me wrong. Devin can win going in there making it a boring fight. But like I said, this is the time to put the weight division on notice and get them to clamor for the fight that Devin wants. You know what I mean? That's all we want to see, bro. So when I look at it like that, and then even when I look at the fight, like who ultimately will win the fight, I feel like the things that ultimately will win the fight is footwork, gas tank, and just heart, just having the will to win. Going in there, putting all that shit on the line. High risk, high reward. You're going to take those risks to get that reward. Yeah, you're going to be right there in the pocket with that man and go for some exchanges, what some would call 50-50 exchanges, and go and try to win, come out on the winning end of those 50-50 exchanges. We not leaving nothing on the ring, nothing in the ring where, oh man, I wish I would have did this, I wish I would have did that. Nah, you just gonna do it. That's all I want to see from Devin, because the jury ain't up yet. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, the jury's not up on Devin yet, at least to me. I'm not all the way completely sold on Devin and what I feel like he could do. I feel like he great. I think he young, got a lot of talent, all of the above. But to prove it to me, really prove that shit, bro. That's all I want to see. I just want to see what a lot of these other people that holler for Devin, just like his dad, just like some of these YouTube channels. I just want to see it, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen it with Devin yet. I just haven't seen it with him yet. You know what I mean? So I think this is the fight to do it against one of the most respected 135 pounders when we talking about the lightweight division, Lomachenko is one of the most respected. You know what I mean? You can go, oh, he got 2 losses and all that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But the consensus says he is the most respected. And you could tell he is because just going around and the people thinking he's gonna win. Like I thought I was thinking like it's clear for Devin. Devin got this shit in the bag. But the more that I come on here and ask people who they got, I'm hearing the Loma. I think Loma is like, yeah, bro. Loma is one of the most respected guys in the division. You know what I mean? And I think Devin going in there beating him, washing him, however he do it, just not in a boring way. Because if he does, it's like, we don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? What's good with it? I got my boy Athletic Mind up here, man. Um, we talking about Devin Haney and the Loma fight, man. Go ahead, just let me know what you think uh, about this fight and how you see it going. What does each person need to do as far as like Devin Loma? You know what I mean?
Uh, Shout out to Lord Side of Boston. Shout out to Q. Look, this is a fight that, like you said, bro. Devin, what he did against Cambosos was what I thought he was supposed to do. Especially in the second performance, I think he should have did that in the first performance. But what happened, right? You can't change that.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I think, like you said, he need to go out there and he need to not play with Lomachenko. He need to dominate because we seen what Tank did. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of people saying he should have did that. We seen what Shakur did. You know what I'm saying? Now we're looking to see what Devin's gonna do, right? And what he's gonna do after this. So not to look past Loma, but I think he should be looking through Loma. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do nothing with me. Like, I just seen a video of him and his father ringside at the Ortiz fight when Loma fought Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh yeah, he can't do this and that to you. I want to see that in the ring. I think he need to go and show, it's a lot of people that have a little doubt in him. A lot of people thinking Loma could still be him at the stage Loma is at, and say, oh, what if Loma was younger? It would be like this, but I still think it's gonna be like this at this old age for Loma. So he really got to go in there and show his true colors and beat the man up. But it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy at all because we know what type of fighter Lomachenko is, and there's a lot of people that's changing their pick late, saying they got Loma.
Mm-hmm.
So Devin really got to just go in there and be aggressive. He got to establish dominance. He can't just be going in there using the jab, bro, because Loma is he has one of the best IQs in boxing. If you're gonna be doing the same things, it's gonna be a long night for you, bro. So Devin got to mix it up, be aggressive, and pose as well. Use his size. You know what I'm saying? That's something that he hasn't been really doing. Using his size to his advantage. People say how big Devin is, but he don't use that to his advantage. He don't. He wanna box on the outside, not be imposing. You can't do that against Loma. You have to be imposing on him for him to be fearful of what is coming to him. Because if he's not, he's gonna be walking you down all night, bro.
Yeah. And Devin called Loma a dirty fighter.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Dude, you think Loma a dirty fighter?
I don't really know what he could be talking about with that. Like, nah, I don't know what he could be referring to with that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like Loma a dirty fighter. Like I never like if it, and he didn't really even point it out as far as like what fight he did this on, but like he was real stern on like Loma being a dirty fighter. Like, yeah, Loma a dirty fighter, and I'm ready. I'm gonna be ready for that. And this and that. I'm like, what the hell? What Loma did dirty? I done seen Loma
Look,
get done dirty in his first fight that people say he lost. I don't think he lost that shit to Zelito.
look,
I mean,
maybe Devin planting the seeds because he know Loma get real aggressive in the
physical.
clinch. That's what it is. And we know Devin like the clinch. And we know when
Yeah.
Loma get clinched, he get real crazy. He start like trying to really almost damn near slam you when you start grabbing him. So
Mhm.
that's probably what he referring to. Other than that, I don't know what he could be talking about, bro.
Yeah, I don't know neither, and I don't really see. a nigga trying to get out of somebody holding their ass, which you shouldn't be trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Is looking at dirty like, oh, I'm gonna just let this nigga grab me. You know what I mean? If that's a perspective he looking at, like, oh, when I try to clinch, Loma gonna be, you know what I mean, putting his forehead all in my nose and stuff like that. Like that's what anybody should do so you can stop clinching. So as far as Devin saying Loma is a dirty fighter, bro, I don't even know. He said rabbit punches. Loma rabbit punches.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did kind of see
What
Loma do that a little bit.
like
I
with
mean,
who, like the Comey and shit?
maybe with Tio a little bit. Maybe I don't know. Like I haven't really seen him do that. Like I don't know. I haven't heard that. That's the first time hearing Loma dirty. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, like everybody kind of, we talking like rabbit punches. It just depends. Like not everybody try to hit people in the back of the head. I mean, as far as like when I see Loma fight, I don't see him just trying to hit somebody in the back of the head. But when people in a defensive mode, these defensive postures kind of turning a back to you or turning your head too far to the side, yeah, you could get touched on the back of the head. Like, is that intentional? I mean, I don't really see it, but I mean, if Devin is aware, and that's what I like to see. When somebody becomes aware of certain things, then they're conscious of changing it and they conscious of these things going on. So it shouldn't happen, or you already got a game plan to prevent it. So if Loma is this dirty fighter and Devin is peeping it, then he should have something to combat it. It's especially when Devin just saying like it ain't shit Loma could do. It's like Devin just going down, just saying there's nothing he could do with this nigga. And to me, we can kind of segue it into what if, like the what ifs on the winning end. What if Loma wins? You know what I mean? What does that mean for the lightweight division? If Loma wins, who would he go after? You know what I mean? Because if he beat Devin, like nigga, losing to Tio is that shit so far in the rear view.
Yeah.
Where you got the real undisputed. Now you really undisputed. You know what I mean? And now you got who you gonna take. It's like I'm gonna let Meth get in here.
I think he might retire, man.
He retire if he beat
He
Devin?
retires, bro. Because the way Loma talking is like, oh, I wanted to become undisputed. Like he ain't talking about nothing else. He ain't talking about I want to fight this dude, and like that'll be some shit I see him doing. Like, yeah, I accomplished my goal. Yeah, I retire now. Like shit like that, bro. Like that's how I see it, bro.
Yeah,
really.
I didn't even think about that shit.
That's
like
all
that.
he been talking about. Yeah, I wanna just get my goal and become undisputed. Like he ain't trying to mess with these young dudes like that. I don't even really think I think he just forced to fight Devin at this point because Devin the only thing standing in the way is making his goal, bro. Like he ain't gonna fight no Shakur or no Tank after that. I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
Like, still use dirty tactics frequently. Now, if he getting blazed, he might put a zaps. Shout out UGC, man. What's good with it, Mel? Put you right in the fire, my nigga. What if Lomachenko win?
Hey, salute to y'all, brothers. Hey, salute to the chat. Hey, make sure you hit the like button, y'all subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video. Repeat the question.
What's next for Loma in the lightweight division if Loma becomes an undisputed champion? If he beats Devin?
Ah, man, that's tough. If Loma wins, but him and Dev have this Mickey Ward Arturo Gatti type fight at 35, I'm not sure if he'll stay boxing, right? So let's say like they go out there and they have a back and forth brawl. You know, it's like no one is really more skilled, but it comes down to who wants it more. And Loma wins. I don't know if Loma going to hold them belts. He might retire. You know, but if like Loma go out there and scrape Dev, yeah, I think he can go for Shakur or Tank. Well, yeah, Shakur Tank. Even if he, yeah, I'm not sure of all the rankings of the sanctioning bias, who's who, but I think he would go towards that Shakur fight for sure. Yeah, if him and Dev go out there, they have like a Hell in a Cell cage match, tables, ass, and chairs type fight. Like for sure, Loma going to retire, bro. His old ass is done.
Yeah. See, I don't see.
If it do become a fight, Devin gonna be getting his ass whipped, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
See, I don't want to think that shit. Cause last time I really thought Devin was gonna go out there and like do that shit, like go out there, beat the shit out this nigga. That's little like that nigga went out and jabbed the shit out of Lomachenko, nigga, and I was pissed, nigga. Like niggas don't understand how mad I was seeing niggas seeing Devin go out there and do that shit, bro. I was on hella niggas panels like niggas asking me, nigga, I'm talking about confident, nigga, stop it, nigga, stop, nigga, he's stopping me. You know me, I'm like, yeah, bro. That nigga did that, bro. I was mad at a motherfucker. That was a horrible. I did not like that performance, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So if Devin, and that's why I'm like, I just really don't see Devin just throwing himself out there like that. That shit is really hard for me to see. Like Devin just going in there, like just putting it out there for display. Like, but it's like, nigga, you really need to do that, bro. Like, and that's where I get into like what I feel about Devin is like Shakur, Tank, them niggas care about the fans. The niggas who buying the tickets coming in here and they putting on that show, like they care about the fans. And I'm just talking about the lightweight division. They care about that shit. Devin don't give a fuck about no fans and what y'all think about his display, what he do in the ring. He just want to win. Tank and Shakur, they want to look good, put on the show for everybody in the crowd, and win. Devin just want to win. Devin damn near got the mind state of a Money Mayweather. He don't fight like a Money Mayweather. He don't, or a Pretty Boy. Like he just don't. A lot of people trying to compare him to Floyd. I don't see no Floyd and Devin for real like that. But the approach to winning and losing a fight is the Mayweather approach. Like, which I don't care about how the fucking crowd feel, nigga. I'm about to come in here, get this money, and bounce. Devin can't do that shit, bro. And I really feel like he knows that. Like when it comes to you getting your next money for a fight, this performance really depends on that shit. Like you can't come out here and shit a brick, my nigga. No cap. Like if you win, but if you lose and Loma win, my nigga, you gonna be fighting Ryan. That's just how I see it. You either fighting Ryan. I don't even see you fighting T.O. because after that shit, T.O. said that nigga hate Devin with a fucking passion. You know what I mean? He might want to fight him, but I don't know. I really don't see it. So if Loma win, bro, I see him. Now that he said that, I could see him possibly retiring. Maybe. Retiring on there, letting them belts relinquish. Or if Loma what I think he is, and this shit really about that legacy, win or lose. Oh, he fighting Tank or Shakur. You know, he fights Shakur if he listening to the suits. He fighting Tank if he leaving with a paycheck. Like a dumb check. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Maybe if Tank and Loma fight, it could
And I don't know,
do
man.
that shit, but I
I
don't know, bro.
I don't. This just how I don't know. Like it depends on how if Loma go in there and like destroy Devin, bro. Like I think that's really going to sway the politics in a certain way, bro. I don't know, like we seen the energy that Tank showed with this man and his team showed with this man in the past, bro. So if Loma go in there and look
With
like,
Loma,
yeah, if he go in there and look like something we haven't seen in a long time, bro. I don't know if niggas gonna be rushing to fight him. I think Shakur would. They over there on the same side. But I don't know if Tank gonna be like looking to fight him. He say he don't care about the belts. Like I don't know.
I think they still would, cause like the earlier reasons why I feel like Tank didn't fight him, cause the inexperience, and he knew it. Like, damn, nigga, y'all really trying to put like this nigga, like, especially back then, like when Loma was tearing niggas the fuck up. Like that nigga Loma was looking crazy at a point in time. Like, damn, nobody, I don't think too many people fucking with him. But like now, Tank done he got the confidence and all that, and Loma is old. So I don't feel like that shit like, bruh, nigga, T.O. beat you? Stop, nigga, run it. On me, like, that's how I feel about them fighting Lomachenko. They just don't mention Lomachenko's name because, like, for what? You know, he ain't got no belts. He ain't really nothing. And then to mention him is to just have people attach my name to his. You know, I feel like Tank, he don't want people name attached to his. You know, him and Ryan, their names was attached. I feel like that's why we end up eventually just got that fight, because you just had to. Like, people wanted it, they needed that shit. You had to give us that. But like now that that's over with, it's really nobody to attach their name to him. Devin is trying his hard, but you know, we'll get to that later. But like Loma is like nigga that nigga Loma is like that motherfucking that meat on a barbecue grill that look the best, nigga. That motherfucker just right there, nigga. You just nigga gonna take that bitch off the grill with their bare hands, nigga. That's Loma. Now, nigga, Shakur and them other niggas, them niggas is like, is it done yet? I don't think it's done. Now we're gonna leave it on we gonna leave it on the grill, nigga. On me, they gonna marinate that shit. They are like, but then again, Tank came out his mouth and he said it. Like, you know, and I'm gonna go off what Tank said. So the Loma shit, I feel like Loma either gonna take the big payday or take the legacy and listen to the suits. And that's Shakur or Tank, which I don't mind either one of them. Now, into the next window, nigga, what's up with the lightweight division? If Devin win, then Meth, you can go first.
Yeah. If Devin win, man, I think he's gonna throw the belt in the air, man. Personally, I think he's gonna throw the belt in the air.
Wait, you say he gonna do what?
He's gonna throw them belts in the air, man. I don't think he's gonna stay down there. I'm going based off what I hear, right? It's like, you know, and if I even go back to the Cambosis with the first, second fight, and then the weigh in, and then again, if he go out there and they put on a pay-per-view event and they stake up the place, he moving up for sure. You know, or because again, I expect the WBC to push the mandatory for Shakur for Shakur versus if they have or Loma, I think they'd push for that WBC mandatory. You know, that's, you know, one thing about the WBC, they kind of fair, bro. I guess when I look at them, like with Dad was like they was crying about the WBC. They're like, all right, so now we got Shakur, so let's always be fair. Equal this WBC mandatory, bro. And I just see it like them playing it out like that, you know. And they be like, all right, here's Shakur, and I'm like, do I think Davin is going to want to fight Shakur? I don't see that. You know, I guess I don't see that energy right now. I haven't been seeing it at all. I don't see them trying to make the weight to even fight Shakur. Get along. I don't even. I personally don't think they. I don't think that he would want to fight Tank either. You know, I think Dev is light years above Loma skill for skill. No, I think again it'd be a tough fight. I think it could turn out to be like the Linares fight, possibly. You know, it's like without the stoppage. It's like if Loma don't stop Dev, it's like I think he can get the nod. You know, and then I think he's going to drop the titles, the whole lightweight division, the belts just all over the place again. You know, and then we'll see the Keyshawn's trying to get a belt, Shakur getting a belt, and everyone was in the division, like Frank and them trying to get belts. You know, I don't think he's going to stay at 35. I just hard to believe that. You know, I'm not seeing the energy behind it, or it seemed like hearsay. It just seemed like it sounds good. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stay down here and fight this guy who just knocked out Ryan Big Ass and Shakur, who just beat the hell out of a Japanese guy. We see Japanese guys are extremely tough, bro. And he kept bouncing up. He was just beating the fur off of him, you know. And again, Shakur, 2-division champion, former unified champ. You know, Shakur won't fight away from instant Hall of Fame, bro. Like, I don't think he's gonna take those fights. If Tank only need one knockout win, and that's your ass, and Shakur need one ass from the game, and it's your ass, I don't think they're gonna hop it up in that bitch, bro. Like, as I'm really looking at
it. Let's just get this right here clear, and you know, anything can happen, but Devin is not stopping Lomachenko, bro. So that's he could fight like he did in the Linares fight. He's still not stopping Lomachenko. I don't think Devin has that second gear to be able to do that. You know, I think his IQ is good, but I don't think his IQ is like that to where he could get somebody in a situation where they're fearful and they're backing up, and he can go in there and stop them. I don't think he could do that. You know, I could be wrong, but I don't think he's gonna stop Lomachenko. He could dominate. I think that's very possible, but stopping him, no, absolutely
not. Nah, shit. I ain't gonna put myself out there no more, man. I said that nigga was gonna stop Kambosos, bro. If you can't stop Kambosos, you're not stopping Lomachenko, my nigga. It's not happening. Right. I mean, I just can't unless a motherfucking switch went off at the end of Devin Head after that Kambosos fight. Like, oh yeah, I can stop niggas now. I just doubt it, bro. Like, he played too safe, bro. And he just don't got the power, because I go on record by saying I feel like Tank played safe. Like, Tank extra cautious when he fight. Some people might not see it, but I see Tank as being super cautious when he fight, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Bud. Like, Bud should be more cautious when he fight, but that nigga not. He just fight. Nigga, he just go out there and nigga, he trying to just hurt it motherfucker and shit like that. Tank is super cautious, but that nigga got them bricks in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you gotta fight him. So if Devin wins, bro, like I just said, he can't just win. Like, he can't just, oh yeah, I won. I beat Lomachenko with the jab and I boxed him to a boring ass fight that was pay-per-view. Like, no, bro. This shit is pay-per-view. This shit is Lomachenko and Devin. This is what Devin been wanting. What he just said he been wanting since 2019. Yeah, bro. I expect you to go in this motherfucker and go crazy, bro. No cap. If he don't, and he in there super cautious and get the cautious win, bro, he won't have the people rallying behind him. Like the hardcore Devin fans that hype that nigga, they gon' want the fights regardless. Like, at the end of the day, I'd still take the fight regardless, but I'm still looking at, like, I gotta watch the fight. Is it gonna be exciting? Is it this? Like, I just won't see it as something I really want to see because of the excitement that I'm going to get for when they get in the ring. You know what I mean? Whether I believe Devin win or loses, whatever. I'm just saying the way Devin fight, that shit will be boring if if Devin winning, this shit's super boring. If it's competitive and he could possibly lose, that's what's gonna get me excited about that shit. Like, damn, nigga, and that it sound just that shit coming out my mouth damn near sound like I don't like him, but that's just how it is, bro. I want to see a nigga getting beat the fuck up, point blank. Period. It's boxing.
Yeah, I, I get what you're saying, right? So it's like I don't want to see a can like truth be told, I don't want to see a. I don't even want to compare because Loma not a can boost, right? I just don't want to see like their pop shot and like try to hold on to Loma like all fight. You know, like it's like you're not working, right? And it's like you like a points win, right? So it's kind of like if I look like on a box, right? So you go on a box, right? You'll see like, oh, this is a decision win. That's like this is a points win, right? So it's just like you hitting the motherfucker, you tying them up, you know, like it's just ass, right? So it's like we don't see skills, we don't see edit. I personally think it's skill, right? I think it's more so like if I'm just gonna like tip tap a motherfucker, you know, bounce around and like grab the arm and grab the head and let's say the ref is a dickhead and he just letting that shit go on, you know, then I'm like, yeah, like yeah, it's gonna be hard for me. It's a hard sell for me, you know. But if Dad go out there and he putting on a master class, right? Again, like I just watching other fights like all for the last couple of weeks. I went back and I watched the JoJo fight, right? So again, it's like if he's going out there to prove a point that this guy ducked me and this is the reason why he's ducking me is because I was gonna whip his ass, as you stated, you know, then like yeah, I think that's a good look, you know. Then I believe that he'll stay at 135 and like fight the Shakurs or getting like attempt to fight the Tanks. You see what I'm saying? But if he go out there and it's like a 12-round fight and for like 9 rounds, you fighting to survive in a sense and not really win, then I'm like, yeah, you mean you understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's hard to believe. That's hard for me to want to believe in that fighter.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for niggas to pick Devin as the winner if he fight Tank Orion. But then it's gonna be just as hard to get like people like saying like, yeah, that's what we want to see. Aside from the facts that he just got the belt, because to me that's what it seemed like. Oh, they just want to see it because Devin got the belts. You see, they wanted to see Ryan fight Tank without no belts, without a real weight class. That's how bad niggas want to see the fight.
About 6 billion people.
Oh God, nigga, is that how bad they want to see Devin fight Tank? Whether it's nigga belts or not, we just want to see it because Devin is that damn cold and Tank just that nigga. Like, that's how I want to see it. For the simple reason, for the fact that Tank should fight him because he got the belts and shit. Like, yeah, that is why Tank should want to fight him for sure. But it's a lot of fights in boxing, and people could go on and say what they want, but belts don't validate a lot of fights. You know what I mean? It's a lot of niggas that don't got belts, and people want to see that fight. People still see it as big fights. Benavidez ain't got no motherfucking belt. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to see that fight. Inoue ain't got no belt. Niggas been hollering about that shit for. So it's like it's certain fights we just want to see because he good and he good. That's where I'm trying to get at with Devin. I want to get to the fact that niggas want to see Devin fight just because they want to see that nigga because he that good, not because he got the real build and Lomachenko ducking and all that. Like, fuck all that, my nigga. He should be that good. We should be looking at this nigga highlights. This nigga should have 1 million fucking players on his highlights. And niggas like, this nigga cold. We want to see him go in there and fight. That's why I say the performance matters. He got to go in there and beat the shit out of Lomachenko. He can't go up there and point that nigga out like he did Cambosis, bro. That shit trash, bro. Shit trash, nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And ain't no nigga gonna be able to come on this motherfucking panel and change my mind if that shit trash like that. Real
And
talk, man.
look, we all got our opinions, right? We all think the way we think. Like, and I think me, you, and Method, we have the same like agreement about Devin's skill set that he's really good, but it's like we don't view him on the same level as Shakur or Tank when it comes in terms of IQ. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, outboxing dude is cool and dominate around is cool, but it comes to a point where Devin is doing the same things over and over and over and over, and that's how he's winning his fights. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same thing. It's nothing different. He's not taking nothing away from anybody like people be saying. It's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. His best performance to me, when people like to criticize him for getting a little buzzed by Linares, but that was his best performance, and I am yet to see that. The first Kambosos fight wasn't that impressive. The second one, okay, cool. You're supposed to do that the first fight, but I still wasn't like, okay, it was like, okay, cool. It's just I don't know. Like I seen Tank, and that was Ryan Garcia. We know how flawed he is, but he Tank went in there and showed that it's levels to the shit. You know what I'm saying? He showed what people are not giving him credit for. Shakur Stevenson in his debut, we see him stop a dude. You know what I'm saying? He stopped a puncher. Whatever we want to say. Oh, he didn't fight this guy who's on this level, whatever. That's who we fought, and that's what he did. He showed that guy should not be in the ring with him. Like Devin should have showed Kambosos in the first fight, and it took him a whole nother fight to do that. So these are the things that worries me about Devin versus Lomachenko. I got Devin beating Lomachenko, but it's like Lomachenko's still really good. Even though he's on the older side, he's still really good. So I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like all right. So Loma is old. Like if anybody's saying Loma not old, that's cat. Right? In boxing years, he's old. Like, the same way I think Canelo is like an old fighter. I think Bud is old. Usyk is old. Wilder is old. Like those guys are approaching middle age, right? Loma's old, but he's not. I don't think he's washed, and that's the difference. Like, is he washed? I haven't seen that, right? I've seen it. He's still game. He's able to get the stop. We've seen him beat the brakes off Gomez. We've seen him putting hands on Jermaine Ortiz, no matter how people saw who won, who they thought won. I haven't seen that Loma is washed, and that's another question going into the Devin fight. Like, if Devin has a washed Loma out there, and this guy, I think he used a great words, right? Like he's just on like doing the same things and doesn't start like using the skills to. All right, now I'm taking away this jab. I'm taking away his lead foot, and now I'm setting up this power shot, and packing him up. Like that's yeah. I don't. I won't say I have any questions. Like would I have any questions about that? I think I would just be like, yeah, he is who he is, but yeah, I just think going forward.
That nigga, man. That jury ain't up on that nigga, man. Nigga, we still in the back right now. Nigga, like, y'all remember that Martin episode when that nigga had to do jury duty?
Yeah.
He was trying to get the fuck out of there, and niggas was holding that shit up because of the free food and all. Like, we still back there, bro. We still back there. Like, nigga, I don't know if bro did it, man. Like, because the crazy shit about Loma while you was talking is like, bro, and that's why this where the conspiracy shit come in. It's like, nigga, is Loma really old and out of there, or is that what they were trying to get us to believe? Because if he knew, like, nigga, it's Jermaine Ortiz, this is my spar partner, I could get this nigga the fuck. He could, but it's like, nah, I'm gonna make that shit seem a little bit closer than what it is, but still separate myself to win. But if Devin watching this shit, he might have that confidence, like he could just whoop my ass, like whatever. And when I fight that nigga, it's gonna be something different. Because I do remember like Bob throwing little shit out of there, like when he went to go see Loma training before that fight. I think Loma might need another fight or two. Like he said that, but then now the safe bet is on Loma. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. You know, it's like
That
you
is a
know,
safe bet.
you always. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact. That's safe, bro. That is a safe bet.
But he always said, nigga, he would have loved to sign that nigga, Devin. You know what I mean? So it's like, we know you got it, but is it, bruh? Like that's the more this fight get, bruh, I'm getting more excited about that shit. Like I really think the more and more we talk about it, it's like, damn, we could be wrong, and Loma could be cooked. He could be cooked, and we out this bitch drinking and sipping the Kool-Aid and shit. But
Yeah.
he could
Yeah,
not be and give Devin a fight of his fucking life.
and I think that's oh man, that's crazy, right? So it's like if he does, it's like man, like it's damn near a lose-lose in a situation, right? Because it's like if Loma is washed, right, and then Dad walked there and underwhelms, you lose in a sense. If Loma, who we seen Tio just go out there and kind of like make him put hands in pockets, and you go out there and like from opening bell, Loma is just out, just like working you, and he like if Loma's washed, right, and you underwhelm, you lose. If Loma is halfway decent and you out there struggling with this motherfucker, you kind of lose. You get what I'm saying? Based on how we can go the Tio performance, and then it's like
if he struggled with a Loma and still win, I think damn, I think that's the double edged about it. Because for the people that don't believe in Loma, it's like, man, your ass fucking went tooth and nail with fucking Loma. He old and out the way. But for the people that still believe in Loma, it's still like, nigga, that's a good ass fight. You know, I don't know, bro. That's why I feel like this fight is really like it's intriguing. The closer and closer it gets, it's like that shit is like intriguing. Like, bro, you really can't miss that shit. You know what I mean? It's like it's Loma really.
I think it come down to weigh in. Again, yeah. I think when the weigh in come around and like that was it May 19th, that weigh in, it's like a lot of like, seeing Dev on the scale, see Loma on the scale, see how they interact. You know that day before the fight. I think everybody kind of like technically, if some people get the temperature, what's going on. Like is Bob right? Like Loma is a safe bet. Yeah, I mean, or like how the hanging team saying like, yeah, they just gonna whip his ass. You know, he's delusional. Like Loma delusional. Yeah, I mean, he ain't lost. He gonna get this other loss. You know, so that's kind of is it a good fight? Yeah. Am I going by? Yeah. You know, I'm about what is it, $50, $60 ain't shit. I'll buy it. You know, the card decent. You know, I think again, I see somebody said in the chat like, yeah, the knockout for Dev is kind of necessary in this fight. Like it's like if he is washed, please stop this motherfucker or beat him down. You see what I'm saying? You beat him down to like you just gotta be to the point where so if he is washed, you smash him. If he is as great as he come out there and he game and all that, still you gotta smash him and really, you know, take his marker. No Maschenko. You know Mas this motherfucker. Like you gotta put it all together for this fight, you know, and playing it safe or being passive isn't going move the needle.
Yeah. And he really gotta talk that shit. Like Devin, that nigga kind of reserved, and that's what leave me kind of worried about that nigga. Cause that nigga is a raw, especially his daddy. They rah this, rah that. Nigga, nigga, enough respect to go around for me, you, him, and him, nigga. How they out here talking about Lomachenko, my nigga? Nothing but respect in that motherfucker. especially when they face to face. Like, so that part of the fight leads me to believe that them niggas is getting a little bit more frightened the closer and closer it get. Because they know if they go in that bitch rah and talking all that shit and he lose, he gotta eat all that shit. He gotta eat all that shit he was talking. That's why he's showing all that respect. Oh, he this and all that. Nah, my nigga. Mr.
Did you see Bill? Did you see Bill on the Boxing Voice?
Nah, I ain't seen it.
Hey, was it Friday show? It was probably Friday show. Friday show, he was on there, man, and yeah, you know, like many people saying, you know, it's like the talk. I guess is he kind of. I think he kind of understand. Like you gotta stop like focusing on other things, and like y'all got Lomachenko in front of you, and then it's like then the questions I'm asking like about as you said, if Dad wins, you know. The Shakur fight, right? And you know, the energy was kind of off putting. It was like his energy was kind of off, man. It was a different Bill Haney in a sense, and the team ain't the Haney team. That was different, you know. But it's a good thing that now I think that they kind of locking in on you got Loma in front of you. It's the fight that y'all said the guy was ducking you. This the guy that you said didn't want to fight y'all. Now that y'all got him. Focus on this guy, you know what I mean? And let's see how this play out. This y'all pay-per-view event, you know. Y'all in Vegas.
OG Show, we got you.
The winner of the 9th annual Player Hater of the Year award is
no matter what this kid do.
The winner of the 9th annual Player Hater of the Year award is
the right way. Yeah, it don't matter what this kid do, because when he beat this dude, then you're gonna say, well, he didn't beat him the right way, and he still don't want to fight this guy, he still don't want to fight that guy.
Yeah.
Look, just let this shit play out. You told the nigga for years that he had to beat Loma to gain his respect. Now he's fighting Loma. Well, Loma ain't ready to fight. He needs to beat Shakur. He needs to beat this guy. Just let the man finish one fight first. Let him finish this first.
That Loma gotta be impressive though. You think he could go in there and do what he did to win the titles against Lomachenko? You think he can go in there and jab his way to a victory, and that's respected? You fucking with that?
Boxing is the art of hitting and not getting hit. As long as he wins, he can do whatever he wants because he still got the titles. As long as he wins.
Hey, OG.
Because you niggas act like Floyd was the most entertaining fighter in the last 10 years, and he wasn't.
You talking about an old Floyd. Again, an old Floyd that was doing B-Hop-S type things, George Foreman-S type things. Them guys just old as hell and skills paying the bills. I can't say the same for a 20-year-old guy in his prime, you know, that every day as I see him fight, I'm thinking he ain't got no chin.
What's the dude's name? The dude with the daddy with the Cholo daddy? Guerrero. When he wasn't that old when he fought Guerrero, that shit was boring. He wasn't that old when he fought motherfucking Hatton. That shit was boring. He wasn't old when he fought motherfucking Victor Ortiz. That shit was boring.
I'm putting on your
The last good fight Floyd had was with Zab Judah. That's the last entertaining fight he had. Everybody after that was boring as shit, and you know it.
We ain't gonna bring Floyd in this.
No. Canelo was a great performance, but it was boring. He beat Canelo.
Floyd could have retired at 31, 32. And yeah, I mean,
but he didn't. So don't tell me what he could have did. He didn't.
Hold up, we ain't gonna bring Floyd in this when we.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. You're talking about boring and this and the other. Floyd was the same way. As long as you win, doesn't matter how you win. As long as you win. Period.
I'm talking about you, OG Show. OG, the nigga that watched these niggas really get it in bro. It's hard to believe that you really believe that shit you talking about, Devin, right now. When you seen that shit in the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, bruh, that shit.
But what do I tell you niggas all the time? But what do I tell you niggas all the time? These niggas ain't built like that.
All right, so you said you don't like Robisi Ramirez, right? So I gotta hold you to this. You're not a fan of Robisi, right? And I kind of can see why, or other guys, but if how could you be a fan of a guy that's not leaving it all? Like I guess leaving it all on the line in the ring, right? You know, so I'm kind of confused a little bit.
I'm a fan of this, man, and you know this. If you say this nigga's boring and he ain't shit and all he got is a jab and he can't do this, well, go beat him then. I ain't seen nobody beat him yet. Go beat him.
What makes you think? What makes you think that it's not him that don't want to fight? You see what I'm saying? Because lips say a lot of things, man, but the feet ain't going in that right direction.
Because here's the thing. See, now he's not in the position not to fight nobody because he got all the belts. So he got to accept all challenges or move out of the division. When you got all 4 belts, you can't duck nobody. You got to fight them all. If you don't want to fight them all, you got to leave the division and give up your belt. But you can't duck. You can't duck.
Do you think? All right. So do you think if Lomachenko or Devin wins, right? Like, if Loma wins, what do you think he'll do? And if Devin wins, what do you think he'll do?
Loma is a competitor. If he wins and he wins easy, it's not a tough ass fight. He'll fight whoever's next. More likely Shakur because that's on the Bob Arum side. Loma's a competitor.
All right, if Devin wins, what do you think he'll do?
If Devin wins, I think he's gonna try to fight Tank because Devin doesn't strike me as so much as wanting legacy more than money. And if you want some money at 135, everybody knows who you got to fight.
Right, but recently, you know, at his media workout, he was saying what he ain't going to do, what he is going to do. You know, we got the Loma fight going on, but all his questions about him fighting the Tank fight, you know. So he got the Loma pay-per-view fight going on, but he's getting questions and they asking him about what he ain't going to do, what he is going to do for a Tank fight. Obviously, you don't want to fight Tank because you have it's not on you. You know, if you want to fight Tank, you know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to impose your clauses on someone that does. I mean, that's the A side. It don't work that way.
But this is where you would be stupid. Why would you even be thinking about Tank when you got a guy in front of you?
I don't know.
Did he bring up the question or did the reporter ask the questions? Did he bring him up or did they bring him up?
I don't know. I don't know. Some fighters like certain questions. Because when the question was asked about what's his walk around rate, he ain't have an answer.
What? What you say walk around rate? What the fuck that got to do with anything?
It's when a fighter answers certain questions means what he's entertaining. That's all I'm saying. Like, if I entertain this question, that's what you want to talk about. Now, if another person asks a question and you kind of dismissive of it, you didn't want to entertain it. That's what I'm saying. So it's like he wants to entertain the Tank fight, but I don't believe that he really wants to fight Tank at all. You know, I think it just is. It's good to attach yourself to it, but are you going to do what it takes to go in there to get in the Tank, get in the ring against Tank? I don't see that. I don't see him put in a position to do that. Put himself in a position to do it.
See, this is just a new age because if I got all 4 belts, I'm the undisputed champion, right? I'm undisputed. I don't need to try to fight nobody. These motherfuckers need to be trying to fight me.
Well, man. Well, in the words of Floyd, it's way too many damn belts. I'll say that. I'll say that. I don't think all fighters care about belts to the level of like what holds more weight, a belt or a dollar? The damn dollar. You know, that's a fact. You know, the dollar.
I'm just gonna say if it's me, right? If it's me, and I'm Devin, if I'm about legacy, like I say I am, I don't give a fuck what you care about. I care about legacy. So I don't give a fuck about you. If you want to fight, you need to try to fight me because I'm the champ and you are not.
Well, I mean, Tank is a champ. Well, I mean, getting back to that. Tank is a champ.
Listen, stop. There's only one champion at 135 pounds. Tank is not it.
So then why Devin fighting Loma then?
What about it? Loma's a contender. He's fighting the number 1 contender. Who's the number 1 contender for the titles right now? Is it Tank?
I mean, in reality, it's Tank. I mean, if we paying 1,000, it's Tank. Without a doubt, Tank. If we paying 1,000, right? Who's been consistent in boxing in that 130, 35, 40 range. Tank, as he's rested, as he's sitting in that division, he's no matter what. People can say Loma, but in the reality, Tank is 1 or 2. And if you put the onus on the belts, it's there.
But
it's one, thing, and then Tank is 2.
The thing, right? The people that make the fights, right? They said Loma's next. They say he's the number 1 contender. That's all that matters. Our opinion is cool. We can sit here and chop it up and talk. But the number 1 contender is Loma. After he beats Loma, the next guy steps up. Because there is no other champion. Let's get that out the way. Ain't no other champions at 135. There's only one.
So
one guy who has all 4 belts.
So who would you say off of what Devin is going by? Who does he want to fight after he done with Lomachenko?
If I'm Devin, and I stay at 135,
no. What the energy Devin is giving, like not like out of all the shit you've been seeing Devin saying in the coming up of the months and all of this and that, from your expert, opinion, what would you say Devin is leaning toward and what's next for him?
Honestly, I tell you this. That nigga called in to Shakur's fight while Shakur was fighting to announce to Kriegel that after the Loma fight, I'm staying at 35. So I think the next fight after Loma, if he wins, he gonna fight Shakur Stevenson because that's the easier fight to make. That'd be the next one.
Will Lomachenko called in?
No, Devin called in to Shakur's fight.
Yeah, but that's clout chasing because he turned around and said he's not interested in the fight.
If he beats Loma, he's gonna fight Shakur next because that's the fight Bob Ram's gonna make.
I hope so.
Bob don't got no reins or rights on what Devin next move is.
Yes, he does. If Devin stays at top rank, yes, he does. If Devin stays at top rank, who said Devin's leaving top rank?
But Devin
ain't said that.
Devin said this is last fight. He said that at the presser.
He didn't say everything
on everything. Devin said this is the last fight with them. He was like, this is the last fight on our contract, and he left it in the air for what's next. Like, of course, but this is what I'm saying though.
Told you, but listen, Tank also told
we ain't talking about Tank. We ain't talking about Tank.
He said this is his last fight with Mayweather. It's not.
Man, I ain't trying to talk about that nigga. I'm talking about Devin,
just because he said, all I'm saying, Q, just because he said that don't mean he gonna leave.
I know,
we don't know what he gonna do.
Yeah,
we don't know what he gonna do.
I understand that, but we still gotta understand this though. Aside from him, that's like I put it like this: Devin's next move, and Devin signing to top rank next and all that, those are 2 different things. Because first, before Devin signs back to top rank, he would have to negotiate something. It's not like, oh, let me sign to top rank, I'm signing to top rank. Like, no, what am I signing to top rank for? Is that's the thing.
That's any negotiation. So that's
what I'm saying.
So what you saying?
Okay. So aside from that, all Devin business is not top rank business. Devin still has the option to be like, I want to fight Tank, which is the name that I be hearing this nigga say. I want to fight Tank next. Like he called in to the Shakur fight, but he was at the Tank fight.
Huh?
He called in to Shakur's fight, but he was at the Tank fight.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like before he would.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Where's he live at?
He live in Vegas.
Where's Devin live at?
Vegas.
Where was the Shakur fight?
Hear this nigga though.
In Jersey.
Where was the Tank fight?
In Vegas.
Why is it not easier to go to the Tank fight, stay in camp, instead of leaving camp, going to Shakur fight, coming back to camp?
Well, he said it was an exhibition fight.
Who said it was an exhibition fight?
He said the tank fighting right. That's the.
Yeah,
It was an exhibition fight.
Oh God, I'm glad you brought that shit up.
It was an exhibition fight.
Oh God, he said all that shit. That nigga be disrespecting the fuck
It
out of
was an
things.
exhibition fight. What was it for?
You
What did they
can't.
fight for?
Well, why would you go to something if you say bullshit and this guy, this and that, and then you turn? It's just the confliction going on, man. It's a lot of confliction. I don't know what the kid going.
Put it this way: the fight was for nothing. Wasn't no titles, nothing wrong. You watched it because you're a fight fan. Why Devin can't be a fight fan? Just wanted to watch it because it wasn't for
shit. He was
shit.
a fight fan. Why he didn't go to Jersey and watch the cool fight instead of hopping on the phone?
Why? Because I had to leave camp to do that.
Josh Taylor was in there.
Josh Taylor is Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor was in there. Oh, Josh Taylor was in there. Clarissa was in there. Bud was in there.
I'm not Josh Taylor.
It was the champs was out. It was 3-2. Clarissa undisputed. Bud was undisputed. Sean Cruz was in there. Josh Taylor undisputed was in there. Only one that wasn't there. Only one wasn't there.
Stop, Method.
Bud
was at the Shakur fight because he fucked with Shakur. He wasn't at the Tank fight.
Clarissa was in there and Josh Taylor was in there.
Bud was not at the Tank fight. He wasn't.
I'm talking about the Shakur fight. It was a lot of former undisputed champions in there.
Who does Bud train with? Who trains with Bud?
Keyshawn Davis.
And
Calvin Davis.
And
Shakur.
He trains with Bud. He goes to Colorado and trains with Bud. You know that. This is a known fact. It's a known fact. To a degree. He fucks with Shakur.
To a degree. To a degree.
And if you hold on. And if you notice, Bud was in the locker room. Bud didn't come out ringside for that fight. He watched that fight from the back.
No, Bud was over there.
No, he didn't come out. Bud was never on camera. He didn't come out. He watched that fight from the back.
I could be wrong, but what I'm saying, if you're saying that the Tank and Ron fight is exhibition is for nothing and all this, then I'm saying, well, the Shakur fight was for the title eliminator. For your belt. It was more so why not be saying who can ready fight me next?
Huh?
Why not be there who gonna see who gonna fight me next? Right? That's what the all-time greats did. That's what all the families do, right?
I'm in camp for a fight, man. I'm not getting on no plane going to Jersey when I'm in camp. I got a fight coming up.
Man, he was in Saudi Arabia for Jake Paul, man.
How long ago was that? I was in camp, man. How long ago was that Jake Paul fight? 2 months ago? That shit was 2 months ago. I wasn't in camp then.
He was always in camp.
Hold up. We got my nigga Jay Simon, Uncle Jay Simon on the panel, man. What's good with you? You know they'll go back and forth for 4-5 days, man. What's good, man? You want to tap in? You want to tap in about this? About what Devin he gonna do if he win. You know what I mean? The Shakur, Tank, Ryan.
Devin gotta be focused on this next fight in what? 3-4 weeks?
Shit, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Before we can talk about anything else, because Tank and Shakur done had their fights in. So, ain't
no more pressure on them. All the pressure on Devin.
Yep.
How you think he gonna perform under that pressure?
I think he gonna do good. I got him picked to win and stuff like that. I think he gonna do good. I think Lomachenko gonna put a better effort than he did in his last fight. And I got it as being a good competitive fight. I don't think Loma gonna fight like he did the last time.
Yeah, in the Jermaine Ortiz, or are you talking about the T.O. fight?
I never really broke down that fight as of yet like I did the others, stuff like that. Well, the guy that Shakur fought, I wasn't too familiar with. So I didn't have an exact tape. I knew what Ryan was gonna bring to the table, which wasn't much. And stuff like that.
He just bringing the size.
This fight is a little different. You got the new guard and you got the old guard. You got a young skillful fighter and you got an old skillful fighter. So
So this like the passing of the torch, kinda.
I think Lomachenko is gonna have. I think Lomachenko is gonna meet Devin. Whatever tools that he hadn't used yet in fights, or whatever tools he have in his tool bag, I think Lomachenko is the guy to make him use those extra tools if he have them.
If he have them, see. So
I think this is his biggest step up.
so are you? So before going into this fight, are you like you sold on Devin, or you feel like the jury not up on him?
I'm not all the way sure. I just feel that we're gonna see a better Lomachenko. I
Mm.
think Lomachenko gonna be better prepared and stuff like that. I think we're just gonna get a better Lomachenko. If we
So
get a
that
better Lomachenko, could be a long night for Devin.
you think Loma passed it, or you
Hmm?
think do you think Loma passed it, or you think like the last fight was just ring rust?
I just think with Lomachenko last fight, he was shaking off some ring rust. Devin had back-to-back fights, and he has been more active than Lomachenko. He had them back-to-back fights with Cambosis, which bode well for him. So I don't know. I think it's just gonna be a good fight all around. I think it's gonna be a good competitive fight.
Yeah.
I think
What,
Lomachenko is gonna bring more to the table than Cambosis did.
what you think, Meth? You think Loma passed it, or you think it was ring rust in the last fight? Oh, you
How
must.
you how you look at the fight, Q?
I think the closer and closer it get, the fight, like shit, we 3 weeks away. I think like first, I mean, I always felt like Devin could, probably wash him, like actually beat Lomachenko. But to be honest, like when I when I go back and you watch that tape on Loma, bro, and you see it on Devin, it's like I'm kind of getting to what you saying, but at the same time, it's like it's something in me that just want to think Devin in one of these fights is just gonna show me something that I ain't already seen
Yeah.
before. I think that's just how I feel. Like, damn, Devin gonna show me something. You know what I'm saying? Like that can't like the Cambosis win. That can't be Devin. Like I can't be like, man, that ain't all to him. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
man, his highlights, bro. that nigga probably got the weakest pack of highlights out of all these guys, bro. You go through watch them shit, Shakur, Loma, all, and I'll be like, man, yeah, it's hard to find highlights on this nigga, man. Like, I
In,
don't know, but the
in
more
my
people,
opinion, from what I've seen so far, I think Devin is the less complete fighter out of Tank and Shakur. I think what he does well, you know, is good for him, but I think the other two guys are more complete fighters than him. Now that don't mean that Lomachenko gonna beat him, but that's just my opinion. I think those other
uh,
two guys are more complete than him. I
I,
think they do more things than him. They bring more things to the table than him.
I agree. I agree 100%.
I think I think Devin
A lot
too
of
is
people gonna
like,
say, "Well, he talking bad about Devin." No, not talking about bad about Devin. And maybe Lomachenko is that fighter. They're gonna be like, "Well, I didn't know Devin can do this. I didn't know Devin had that in his fight game." Maybe that's the fight that we'll see to make him do other things in a fight. I think this is the fight where he's gonna have to.
yeah, and
And
I
to all
think
them people that's talking about Lomachenko is washed, just look at the history of great fighters. All great fighters have one great fight left.
Yeah.
This could be Loma's last great fight, but they got one left.
and if I look at like I'm put it out there like Devin and Boots are the fighters that's gonna tell me if my eye test means something or not, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? If my eye test, if Devin come out to be some like super great, like how we fight, turn out to be like just win. Nobody could beat him. Then yeah, my eye test ain't shit. I say that. But he he one of the fighters that I want my eyes to be lying to me because how motherfuckers glorify Devin. I give him the fact he undisputed and all that, but it's just when it come to my eye test, bro, it's like nah, he don't got it. It's just the jury not up. It's just something he don't got it. But if he go in this motherfucker and beat the sleeves off Loma, I'm talking about something spectacular. Man, niggas better understand. I be on that Devin bandwagon, bro. Yeah, but he gotta show me that he ain't showed me nothing that made me think like, oh yeah, that pure boxing style, how he do it, he gonna be able to go somewhere. He's not a fighter that I see with like pure boxing. That's like, yeah, he good. Like niggas got mad at me. I said hell, I said I think Cool Boy Steph stylistically is better than Devin. I like Cool Boy better than Devin. But niggas went crazy on me, but that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think they might need to drop Devin ass off in a Philly gym. Nigga, let his ass stay there for about a month or two, my nigga. He come out of that motherfucker, hell yeah, Devin lit. But I don't know, bro. Yeah, I'm just not sold on him all the way, man. What's good? I got the boy Hot Rod in here, man. What's pop?
Good. Man, I don't think none of that shit, man. Devin got to show me, man. He's just a good little fighter. That nigga got to show me, man. That little ass jab ain't got no power. You say you good on defense, but I see you be getting touched by niggas like JoJo Diaz. If you good on defense, why Shakur don't get touched like you? If you on that level, why Shakur make it look easy and why you make it look boring and hard? Like I just don't see what the fuck y'all niggas be seeing in this man, bro. What y'all call a nigga that be holding a belt? Just a title holder? That's what I think of Devin. A title holder. That's it. That's all I see.
So you don't think he fought that competition yet? Loma, see, everybody think as far as like Lomachenko, that's gonna be the real test. You know, a lot of people seem to believe in Loma. I mean, even like with that, I might be still coming more tug and pull, but I think Devin gonna beat him. You know what I'm saying? Be honest, I
I,
think
I think I
Devin.
think the only reason, like, I think the only reason, like like you, OG Shelton, Method, people that's picking Devin is just because I think because of the age. I think if it was a prime Loma, I think all you niggas would be saying Loma would beat this nigga easy.
Yeah, a younger Loma, man. I might. Then again, shit, I might not. Yeah, yeah, I might have Loma because shit, you talking about that's closer to him being Gary Russell. Gary Russell is a way better pure boxer than Devin. Like Devin would only be Gary Russell because he's bigger than him. You gonna take the good bigger guy over the great little guy. That's just you know what I'm saying. But like stylistically, like come on, man. Again, Mr. Gary, like yeah, he tore a nigga ass up with a left hand, bro. That backhand, that's the shit Devin be scared to bring to the table, bro. If Devin was to fuck up his left hand in the fight, do you think he could still win it or even be debatable? I don't know, bro. I done seen Gary Russell do it, and motherfuckers thought that nigga still won. I think he lost. He took too many punches, but that nigga he ain't look that bad. He ain't look shit. he looked like he had to fight a nigga with one hand. That shit was fucked up his shoulder. Okay. Then we seen Tank do it against Eastside Cruz. Tank boxing circles around this motherfucking ass. Now, if Devin say Devin fuck up his left hand in the fight, do you think he could go on and beat Lomachenko for them undisputed titles?
I'm gonna say no. Just a simple fact. I don't think he could beat him with two hands. I may be wrong though.
This nigga, what?
I'm sorry, bro. Like if he could show me, then I would become a Devin Haney fan. Like I won't say shit, but it's like you gotta show me, bro. I'm not like I told you, Sheldon, in the chat. I'm not rewarding mediocrity, bro. I'm not. I'm not rewarding that shit, man. Yeah, I'm younger than you niggas, but I think like how you old niggas be thinking, bro. I'm not rewarding mediocrity. Yeah, you beat Cambosis, but niggas knew you was gonna do that. Niggas knew you was gonna do that. And if you want to be technical, how much credit are y'all really gonna give him if he does beat Loma? Because this isn't the same Loma from 5 years ago. So how much credit are you hardcores really gonna give him? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Uncle J, man, who you
Okay,
do you
Rod.
think?
Okay, Rod.
Okay,
Hold on, Rod. Hold on.
go
Let me
ahead.
ask you this. So, how much credit do you give Tank?
Not,
Because he beat Garcia, and he was supposed to do that.
Oh, I told you I don't give him no
no,
credit.
hold up.
No credit.
OG Sheldon, do you think Devin could beat Lomachenko if he fucked up his if like say he broke his left hand?
No,
You don't think he could beat Lomachenko with his right hand?
I don't think if Tank broke his right hand, I don't think if Shakur broke his right hand, none of them could beat Loma with one hand. None of them.
Okay. I think
None of them could beat Loma with one hand. None of them.
Wait,
I don't
big bro,
know.
you
I
think one
can't
of them
I
could, big
don't
bro, you think
know.
one of them could beat Loma with one hand?
Huh?
No, I was asking Big Bro, like you think that one of them
If
could
he,
beat him one
hold
hand?
up.
That's the first thing I said. So what you buy? It's like, oh no, I need to order mine. No, you did. That man didn't watch it.
Where everybody go? Where everybody go?
Didn't the nigga say hold on?
I just got here.
Well, go ahead and cook, nigga. Cook. We've been
I don't
cooking.
know.
Cook.
I just got here. I'm reading the title. I don't want to start cooking about some shit I wasn't cooking about.
Okay, let me give you a brief update. So, Meth and Q is of the opinion that Devin has to have a spectacular performance against Lomachenko, or he's just an average guy and he really ain't shit. He's just a bell holder.
I
Well,
want to
I'm
say
of the opinion,
he does need to dominate.
but I'm of the opinion that all he has to do is win. It doesn't matter how he wins, as long as he wins, he can get to the next fight. So, what's your opinion on the matter?
He needs to look very impressive from what he's been saying. I just did a little research. I went back 10 months on Devin, and he flip flopped. So yeah, he definitely got to. He has to dominate Lomachenko to hit the fight he wants. If that's the tank fight he wants, he got to look very impressive against Lomachenko. I don't think he can get just a split decision. But yeah. I don't think he's a belt holder.
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Say Devin beats Loma, right?
Yeah.
He wins a 12-round unanimous decision, correct?
Yeah.
He's still the undisputed 135 champion, 35-pound champion, correct?
Yeah, he is.
So why don't these other niggas need to fight him? Why does he need to fight them? I don't understand it. I thought you're supposed to chase the champion. That's what I thought.
I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm just saying that he makes himself seem like he needs to go make these fights. Like he's the guy. He has the belt. But like when I seen him on somewhere else, and he was just like, "I'm still hungry. I'm still chasing. I'm still the lion." Sometimes you got to sit back and let the prey come to you.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I got to chase these niggas. I got the belts. They should be chasing me.
But he's the one doing all the chasing.
I agree. I think it's stupid. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I would chase them niggas.
That's on this point. Like I feel like, bro, you got all the belts. Just like you ain't got to say nothing. Just sit back. Somebody's gonna want the belt. But he needs to look more than just impressive versus Roman, man. He got to make it seem like, Roman is old, too slow, too small, like everything he said.
What it was, he was into a lot of stuff. Because I watched it while I was here. It was for wannabe blood. Mob. I just know he had.
Yo, these kids. Close the fucking door. I'm about to do. Fucking crumb snatchers. But yeah, shit.